Hello my dear students. Now we are going to start with the part 2 of the metal casting process. In this part we will study the components used in the. Hello my dear students. Today we are going to start with the part 2, which is components used in the sand casting. Previously we have done uh, introduction of metal casting process. So just let's start with the part 2. So in this part we are going to see what are the components used. So just see in this picture that what are the position of the different parts and components. The very important parts are there. So just see, this is the drag box, the the box which is at bottom, which is known as the drag box. The box which is at the top is known as the cope box. So see, this is the open riser, and this is the pouring basin from where the melting water will be poured. This is the vent. This is required for the air to be out from this molding box. And this the light brown colored is all the things is the sand. Modeling sand is filled with which is used to fill this all uh, space provided in the boxes. And this is the riser, and this is the core sand. This core is used for the making hollow part in the product. So this core is also used, and this is the same type of the sand, and this can be the different sand also. It depends upon the how surface finish is required inside the whole part, the hollow part of the product. And this is known as a runner, and this is known as a choke. This is sprue, and this is the center line, which is known as parting line. So this is a runner, and this space is known as the mold cavity. This mold cavity is used to this mold cavity is used to make the product as it is. This means this, if the liquid metal will fill this space, this the product will be hollow if this core is used. So we can see in this example, we can see the liquid metal is poured into this, and the liquid metal fill this space, and this space will not be filled because this is the core sand is used to make the hollow part in the product. And this space is also will be filled by liquid metal, and this riser will also be filled to ensure that how much liquid has been filled in this space. So for this is known as the riser. So after the solidification, we will have this type of solidified metal. So why this part has been made? Because this is the pouring cup. This shape is produced, but it is not the part of product. And this riser is also not the product, the part of the product. The part of product is only this section up to this part is the product. Okay, this this complete part is the product, and this riser will be removed or by this some machining process, and this pouring cup is also removed from this position. So just we see different parts in the detail. So just first one is the flask, a metal or wood frame without fixed top or bottom in which the mold is formed. Depending upon the position of the flask in the molding structure, it is referred to by various names such as drag. Lower molding flask is known as drag, and the upper is known as cope. The chick is also used. Chick is also a type of flask if there is a 3-piece molding box is used. If casting is to be made very large, so in that case we will use the 3-piece molding, in which the center box will be named as chick. Next is a pattern. What is pattern? Pattern is a very important part of the part for making the product. It is the replica. It is the replica of the final product or object to be made. The mold cavity is made within with the help of pattern. The mold cavity in which the liquid metal will be filled. The next is the parting line. This is the dividing line between the two molding flasks that makes up the mold. The molding sand. The molding sand which binds strongly without losing its permeability. We will see this property of the sand in the upcoming lectures. To air or gases, it is a mixture of silica sand, clay and moisture in the appropriate proportions. The facing sand. The small amount of the carbonaceous material sprinkled or on the inner surface of the mold cavity to give a better surface finish to the casting products. Next is the core. The core is a separate part of the mold made of a sand and generally baked, which is used to create openings and the various shaped cavities in the casting products. Cavities or hollow parts inside the product. If required, then we will use core. So core is used for making hollow part inside the product. The pouring basin. A pouring basin, a small, like here it is pouring basin. Okay, this is known as sprue pipe. This is known as the gate. So sprue is the passage through which the molten metal from the pouring basin reaches the mold cavity. In many cases, it controls the flow of metal into the mold. So means the flow of metal control to the flow of the metal means the velocity, the amount of the liquid metal is required, how much it is required, how much velocity is required. So that will be decided by the sprue design. So runner, the channel through which the molten metal is carried from the sprue to the gate. The runner is used. Next is gate. A gate, a gate is a channel through which the molten metal enters the mold cavity. Means suppose there is a mold cavity here and a runner is here. Okay, so how this liquid metal comes from the runner and reach to the product, sorry, a mold cavity, to fill this mold cavity by liquid metal. So there is a some part is also to be made here, and that part is known as a gate. Gate to reach from the runner to the mold cavity. So gate is required. Chaplets are used to support the cores. So this core is made of sand, and this sand is to be supported inside the mold cavity to make a hollow part. So that core is to be supported by the chaplets, which are made of the different type of material. Riser. What is riser? A column of molten metal placed in the mold to feed the casting as it shrinks and solidifies. After shrinking or solidifying the liquid metal, this the level or there is to be a requirement of some liquid metal to fill after shrinkage or after solidifying of the liquid metal. There is a requirement of little bit liquid metal, so that is provided by the open riser. And the open riser is also used for ensuring that the liquid metal has been filled out, completely filled this cavities. So just seeing from the top, from this open riser, we can see that if the level is up to there, then by seeing from this, and we can ensure that the cavity has been filled completely. The vent. The vent, small opening in the mold to facilitate the escape of the air and gases. So thank you for the part 2, and we'll see the steps used in the making sand casting in the part 3. Thanks.